What up, Lakers Nation? Welcome back to Lakers Over Everything. We have a little bit of news that has come across the wire here on this Saturday. One target that the Lakers were interested in and that all of Lakers Nation was interested in. He is off the board. We are talking about big man Steven Adams, Aquaman. Yes, unfortunately, we have to cross him off the board as the Houston Rockets gave him the bag. He signed a 3-year, $39 million extension. Again, Houston and Steven Adams agreed to an extension, 3 years, $39 million. So just right there, the money aspect of it, the Lakers, we would have been nowhere near offering him that. The best that we can offer him would have been our taxpayer MLE, which is $5.7 million. But we were hoping even less than that, a vet minimum. So it was highly unlikely that the Lakers were going to be able to land Steven Adams just with the cap space that they had available to offer him. We figured he would get outbid, or the Lakers would get outbid. He would get a lot more on the open market. Remember, he was going to be an unrestricted free agent. The only hope that we had as a fan base was that the money would dry up real soon. Remember, not a lot of teams have a lot of cap space this summer. So we were hoping that the money dried up real soon and that we could get lucky for a guy like Steven Adams. I like Steven Adams as our backup. We don't know how attractive that would have been for him. Now, in Houston, obviously he's the backup behind Sengun. However, that's a role that he's familiar with, and they're paying him big money. So there's no way he's going to turn that down. So it would have been a long shot to try to land Adams, but now we won't even have the opportunity. Adams is a really good player. He played really well for Houston this year, played really well for them during the playoffs, and he was a big reason why they climbed up to the 2 seed. He played really, really well, and he would have been an added benefit to our Los Angeles Lakers squad. He's a true big, right? He can grab boards, he can score in spurts, and he can give you a solid, 15, 20 minutes off the bench. Or if your starting center is down, you can plug him in there. But again, he's off the board, so we have to move on. Now, where do the Lakers pivot? Again, he was one of the very few free agents that we could go out and actually sign, addressing that center position, that big position in free agency. You have him. You have Clint Capella now. Do they pivot towards him? There's a lot of rumors that the Lakers are interested in him. He's interested in us. Or do you go after Brook Lopez? There's also a lot of rumors there. It's looking like his time in Milwaukee is up finally. And do you pivot towards him? Those are your vet guys in free agency. You also have Al Horford. As Boston is looking to shed salary, he may be one of those guys that are let go. So you have a vet there in him. Miles Turner, he's the other one, but I don't know how available he is. I think him and Indiana will reach a deal. And yeah, he'll stay in Indiana. Obviously, they're playing for NBA Finals. That series is tied 2-2, so they're very much still in it. And I don't see them letting Turner they replace him. So those are your kind of vet names, right? Do they look for one of those guys, or do they try to go bigger and, strike a trade? For, again, all those guys I just mentioned, I think all those guys, with the exception of Turner, I think all those guys are good backups. I don't like any of those guys as you're starting big, but, the Lakers are very desperate, so I guess anything would be better than Jackson Hayes. Again, do they go that route, or do they try to go in and address that position via trade, which I think that's the best case scenario for us. You have Nick Claxton there. You have Daniel Gafford there. Those are 2 trade targets that the Lakers could pursue. Do they go bigger? Do they try to strike a deal with Cleveland for Jared Allen if he's available? Do they try to strike a deal with Memphis for Triple J if he's available? Now, I think for both of those guys, you have to give them every asset that we have, including Austin Reeves, but I'm willing to do it for those two. Do they try to get something done with Utah finally for Walker Kessler? Is that a possibility? We've heard that they're taking calls, but to do a deal, yet alone do one with the Lakers, we don't know. So it remains to be seen which option they go. They may not be able to get the guy, so it may just be a guy that they put there temporarily. And a guy might be a Clint Capella. A guy might be a Brook Lopez. A guy might be a Al Horford. Do you try to go get Mitchell Robinson? Do you try to go get a Jericho Sims? Do you try to go get a Robert Williams? I'm out on that. The guy's played 26 games in the last 2 years, so I'm not interested in that. We'll see. The one thing that we do know is they definitely have to address the position because they do not have a starting center on this roster. And Adams being taken off the list, being crossed off the list before we even get to free agency. That's tough right there. Again, we don't know if the Lakers had the assets, the financial assets, to go out and land in Adams, but it would have been nice to see. Now it's not a possibility. So shout out to Houston. Shout out to Steven Adams. He got the bag. He got paid 3 years, $39 million. And now let's see what the Lakers do, which direction they go. How would they pivot? Do they try to go all in for the guy that they're going to put next to Luka for the next 4 or 5 plus years? Or do they just try to get the guy, next summer or at the trade deadline? We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But Steven Adams is off the list for all of us who wanted Steven Adams. He is no longer available. All right, that's it. That's all we got for you in this video. Make sure you guys are locked and loaded because it's going to be interesting summer, very interesting free agency period. The Lakers got a lot of work to do, and we'll be here to talk all about it. This is your boy, LOE. Purple and gold till we die. Purple and gold we ride. I bleed purple. My heart beats gold. It is and always will be. Lakers over everything. Salute to you guys, Lakers Nation. Peace.